Egypt is to turn the Sharm el-Sheikh hospital into Africa's first green medical facility. Chairman of the General Authority for Healthcare, the GAH, Ahmed Subki, said that work is underway to upgrade Sharm el-Sheikh International Hospital to become the first green medical facility in Egypt and in Africa. The hospital was registered as the first Egyptian entity at the Global Green and Health Hospitals, the GGH, an international network of medical facilities using eco-friendly tools. Growing green is part of the country's recent preparations ahead of hosting the UN Climate Change Summit, the COP27, in Sharm el-Sheikh, the city of peace, slated for the period between the 7th and 18th of November. And to know more about the Going Green initiative and Sharm el-Sheikh Hospital, we are honored to host Dr. Magdy Adly, Senior Manager in Hospital Management and Quality Control Management. Dr. Adly, thank you for joining us. A great pleasure having you with us.
Thank you to have me this evening. I'm very happy to be with you.
Very happy to be with you, sir. Good afternoon. Now, the Sharm el-Sheikh International Hospital will be presented as a model for the first green hospital not only in Egypt but in Africa. Would you tell us more about that?
Okay, let me first let me thank warmly His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and other members who are sharing or contributing in the initiative of Prepare Yourself, a Green is Coming. This is the name of the initiative, by the way. And they are developing Sharm el-Sheikh International Hospital to be a model which will be represented in COP27, which will hold in the city of peace, Sharm el-Sheikh. And to know what is the meaning of a green hospital, what is the meaning of green hospital? This is a term, but what is the meaning of a green hospital?
That is the first question that pops to anyone's mind.
Yes, this is right. A green hospital means to keep all the environment is clean, especially air is clean. No more pollution, no more dust, no more using renewable energy, using solar cells to create energy. Making or fixing something which measuring the air pollution or monitor unit for air pollution, which and taking a sample from the air in hospital or environment beside hospitals to be measured hour by hour, 24/7. Green hospitals means following up the guidelines of environmental monitoring unit, which is belonging to the healthcare authority, which is actually belonging to the comprehensive insurance system. And by the way, Sharm el-Sheikh International Hospitals have a license from the Quality and Control Authority, which is also belonging to the comprehensive insurance system, as the first green. And by the way, it has the license from something called GGHH, which is a Global Green and Healthy Hospitals, which is an international organization, as the first member of green hospitals or hospitals which have no more pollution. And also as a processing, they replaced or in every hospital there is a burning of waste of hospitals, room, so they displace that burning hospital, burning room with something which is shredding and sterilization room, so that there is no more pollution, there is no more carbon dioxide. The environment is clean, and this is what is needed nowadays to decrease the emissions of carbon dioxide.
Yes. Dr. Adly, would you shed light on the importance of working with the concept of green hospitals in general?
This is a good question, by the way. We, as a country and head of the country, work now to decrease or to reduce the pollution as possible as we can, and so that even when we invite the world to come for COP27, we start with ourselves as institutions or as a government to reduce the emissions or to use the clean energy and decrease the pollution as possible as we can. And I think nowadays we are preparing for that great event, which is COP 2027, and we're supposed to start with ourselves, so that other countries or the world will look for us as the first who are take the actual step for applying or implementing that process of reducing the pollution, and that will lead us to talk about the climate change and problem of climate change crisis.
We will do that, Dr. Adly. So how far will the initiative of going green, or you preparing ourselves for going green, advance the healthcare system in Egypt?
As I told you, we start with Sharm el-Sheikh International Hospitals to be the first model for using a green energy, or to be a green hospital. And this experiment, if it succeeds, it will be generalized all over the country, not even on the sector of health, but also in other sectors like industries or like agriculture as well. So we start with a model, just a model or an experiment to be shown on COP27 to demonstrate it in the front of all the guests who will come, God grace, by November 2022. But I think and I believe that experiment will be succeed, and God grace, we will generalize that experiment, and that will give us a very good feedback, and all the world will look for us as the first country who have actual step for implementing the will of the world in other conventions or agreements, like 2015 in Paris, or Galaxo agreement, which make solutions, but unfortunately they don't take an actual step to do that well. But we take the actual step and start with Sharm el-Sheikh International Hospital as a model.
Yes, certainly Egypt is a leader globally when it comes to fighting global warming, when it comes to taking care of climate change, and of keeping the environment clean and friendly. So, since Egypt was announced to be the host, Dr. Adly, of the upcoming COP27, all state agencies here have been working together to prepare for the global event, and steps were taken. So would you tell us about these important steps and preparations here at home?
This is right, and Egypt by November 2022 will get a very great event, which is COP 27, and all the world, even in Europe, are talking about that event daily, and they are looking for the results of that COP 2027, because we are now suffering a lot from climate change, and I'd like to start that by what Mr. President Fattah Sisi, His Excellency, said. I deeply believe that COP27 is an opportunity to showcase unity against an existential threat that we can only overcome through concerted action and effective implementation. Because as I told you, many COPs, or like 26 COPs, have been done before, and the countries contributed in these COPs show solutions theoretically, but not on the ground. So, Mr. President, hope that we can take a step actually and transfer from
the resolutions to implementation.
To implementation. This is what exactly we need.
Yes.
The problem is how to take the steps which decrease the emission of carbon dioxide and emissions, of carbon dioxide, and reduce the pollution which causes a change in climate, a very harmful crisis, which is the climate change, which affects badly the environment and make a very harmful crisis, which like ongoing food crisis and desertification or water problems of drying of rivers, like what we hear about in Europe now. The Rhine river in Germany there is a problem in the water.
Yes.
And that will affect badly and have a very bad impact for all of the world, especially some countries, especially Africa, for example, which is, will affect badly for that.
Dr. Adly, of course, Egypt is also trying to turn into a green economy at large, and renewable energy is playing a key part in that. But before we go to the economy at large and to renewable energy, you as a doctor, you as a physician, you in your field, I want to know, your personal feeling, your personal impression, your hope, your aspiration when we say a green hospital, when we say the word green in the medical field.
I believe that if we do that creatively together, and there is a cooperation between Egypt and other states or other countries for applying and the implementation of what COP27 results, and conversion from the normal or traditional hospitals, even I talk about the health sectors, by the way, to a green hospital. So we will decrease even with a little percent. The problem of the world now, for climate change is how to decrease the atmospheric temperature from like 1 or up to 1.5 degrees centigrade. This is the problem, how to decrease the temperature 1 or 1.5 degrees centigrade. This is a big problem, by the way. So if we start with a little, we can grow up and applying that in a large scale, starting from the health sectors and generalized it on other sectors like industry by making filters on factories which reduce the emissions of carbon dioxide, and agricultures and vehicles. By the way, we are now we know now we are hearing about electrical cars and something like that. Even in Germany now they are they are manufacturing a train using electricity, not even with a normal foil or petroleum foil. And this, by the way, is a good step for the future and for our new generations to live and to grow up in a clean and a good environment.
Indeed, indeed. And finally, Dr. Adly, looking forward to COP27, what is it that you want to see coming out from the summit, which will be held in the City of Peace?
Look, we are as Egyptian people, and our president are welcoming and looking forward to welcome with all the guests who are coming, and we are believe that cooperation between countries, especially developed countries and non-developed, although there is a problems or financial problems which is happened in the world now, but I believe that if there is a cooperation, there is a real intention for applying what the results of COP27, whatever it is, I think it will be a good step, and we will see in a few times there is a good feedback of that COP27, and all the world we are coming here in Egypt. With all the world, you are welcome in Egypt.
All right, beautiful. Dr. Magdy Adly, Senior Manager in Hospital Management and Quality Control Management. Always a great pleasure to have you with us, and looking forward to see you in November, inshallah, coinciding with the COP27.
To discuss the results of COP27. Yes, this is right. Thank you for having me, and I'm very appreciate to be with you.
Thank you, Dr. Adly. Pleasure and honor is ours. Dear viewers, please stay with us. Nile Cruise will resume shortly.